Grand Rising, folks. Happy Thursday. Y'all know what the deal is. I'm gonna need for everybody to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. If you're new here, let me introduce myself. My name is Brian, aka the Spiritual Warrior. And make sure y'all stay tuned at the end of this video. Share this video and turn your notifications on so when I upload some videos, you will be notified. But with that being said, folks, today's video is going to be, how do you know you are dealing with a fake family member? Being the black sheep of the family. Now you're probably saying to yourself, Brian, why are you talking about fake family members? I haven't been through this, but somebody out there has been through this, or going through this. So I want to talk about this and try to help people that's going through this. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned at the end of this video now. So with that being said, let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you know this is how you know you are dealing with a fake family member. Favoritism. They treat you different than your brother or your sister. Understand where I'm coming from? If you got a sibling, a brother or a sister, and you have been treated different than your brother or your sister, then that's how you know you're dealing with a fake family member. Whether it came from your mom or your dad, grandma, whatever, cousin, whatever. They treat you like you are nothing. These people act like you don't even exist almost. It is sad that some folks have to go through this, that whole childhood, which is very, very crazy. And some kids that grew up to be cold-hearted, and etc., etc. But being the black sheep of the family, let me tell y'all something. If y'all had ever been the black sheep of the family, they thought that you were never going to grow up to be anything. But let me tell you something. Some of y'all out there have grew up to start your own business. You have grew up to become successful, ladies and gentlemen. You have grew up and proved your family members wrong. Every single last one of them. Now they mad at you. Even your own siblings is pissed off at you, because you end up breaking the generational curses. You understand? You broke the whole generational curse in your family. Now everybody's all mad and pissed off at you, because you see, when you were little, they thought you never gonna be nothing in life. They thought your brother and sister was gonna be the breadwinner of the family. But look, the tables had turned now. And look how God worked. When you were little, people mistreated you. Your family members. They thought that you were going to be a loser all your life. They had gave all their attention and all the love to your brother or your sister. But years later, now you're the one that's getting loved by other folks and support. And your brother and sister, guess what they doing? Living a mediocre lifestyle. Working a 9 to 5. But you started your own business. And now you're making dollars and dollars and dollars. And your family members, they can't understand why out of the blue you became successful. Because a little did they know, God had put a certain type of chip inside of you ever since you were born. And these people fail to realize is, it takes a certain type of somebody to be born into a negative family and end up being the one that's being the black sheep of the family. But that's okay, because guess what? The black sheep always end up being the GOAT, the greatest of all times. You see, back then, these people, they overlooked you. They overlooked your greatness and your success. When you were little, you probably told them, Mom, I want to be this. Dad, I want to be this. And they probably just laughed at you. But let me tell you something. You are the one that's getting the last laugh. Oh, yes, indeed, you sure are. Because let me tell you something. People took you for a joke when you were little. Ladies and gentlemen, this video is reaching out to somebody. Somebody out there had went through this years ago when they were little. It could have been you. I don't know, but let me tell you something. It'd be the ones that's closest to you. They say blood ain't thicker than water, but let me tell you something. Sometimes it be your own family members that would be envious of you, that be jealous of you. It be your own folks, ladies and gentlemen. I am telling y'all, it be your own people. But if you ever was the black sheep of the family, do not be ashamed of that. Because the black sheep, once again, will be the one end up becoming successful. And your brothers and sisters, they're going to try to take advantage of you. They're going to try to ask you for all your money and all this and that. But they could have done the same thing that you had did. But they didn't want to, because you know why? They wanted to follow the crowd. Your brother, your sister, your cousin, whoever, they wanted to follow the crowd. They wanted to smoke, drink, and party and do this other nonsense. But you put your head in the books. You start studying. You had sleepless nights. Even your own brothers and sisters didn't understand you. Your mom and dad didn't understand you. Your cousins and them didn't understand you. But let me tell y'all something. Whoever had been through this, I haven't been through this, but somebody out there had went through this. But let me tell you something. It's okay. Everything is going to be all right. Because you know why? People who got treated the worst in the beginning is going to end up getting the love at the end. Once you start getting around the right people is going to give you your flowers. Which means you got to get out of your city and start becoming successful. And your own family is going to start hating on you. It's sad to say that, but your own family, it can be your own folks sometimes, folks, be hating on you, your own family members. Y'all hit that like button if you ever had your family member be jealous of you and your success. Excuse me. Y'all hit that like button if you ever been the black sheep of the family all your life. But guess what? You end up proving them wrong. Because let me tell you something. Once you become the black sheep of the family, that means you finna start breaking generational curses. You finna start making some money. But money ain't all that important. That's not what I'm talking about. I am talking about you breaking generational curses. Proving your family wrong. Proving your brother and sister wrong, whoever laughed at you when you had told them that you were going to become successful. That you were going to go out there and make it in life. Your own family members did not even understand you. They didn't want to understand you. They choose not to. But guess who understood you? The man above them clouds did. And this is why you're getting blessed today. And some of y'all, sad as this may seem, but some of y'all had to start talking to your own family. And start looking out for your own family. That's if y'all got kids or whatnot. But some of y'all had to cut your family members off because of the way they had been treating you or they had talked about you. Your own family members had turned their back on you. Once they start seeing success once they start seeing success written inside of your DNA, that's when they start becoming jealous of you. That's when your fake family members start treating you a certain type of way. This is why you could never get along with your family. This is why every time you went to the family events or the cookouts, these people, your own family members, they not want to acknowledge you. And you never felt comfortable around them. Nobody in your family didn't want to acknowledge you. But that's okay, because you know why? You finna get acknowledged by strangers that you barely even knew or haven't met yet. Be patient, ladies and gentlemen. Your time is going to come. Trust and believe where I'm coming from, folks. Every day, all your life, they try to bring you down, but they couldn't. They said family will bring you down quicker than strangers. And that is true, ladies and gentlemen. It could be your own folks that will try to bring you down. They will want to see you hurt than to see you happy. That is a sad, sad situation right there to be in. But like I said, if y'all ever been treated worse by your family members, leave that in the past and focus on your come up. And love your family members from a distance, because all your life they had treated you like you were dirt. And if you grew up to have siblings, your brothers and sisters got treated with love, favoritism that is. And as you grew older and started doing things on your own, you had to cut them off, because you could no longer deal with them and put up with that bull crap. Now, I know some of y'all out there have went through this, and that is very heartbreaking. I just want to say, I'm sorry for who everybody had to go through that. No child in their childhood should ever have to go through favoritism in their life or be treated like they ain't going to be nothing in life. In other words, the black sheep of the family. But God put you in that family for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. He put you in that family because he knew that you were going to break the generational curse. He knew that you were going to change the world one day. He knew. God knows. You may don't know, but guess who does? God knows. God knows everything. He do not make no mistakes. You probably used to sit back wondering when you was a teenager or a little child, why I'm in this family, or etc., etc. But the reason why you was in that family, because God put you in that family to break generational curses. Now, whoever got treated as the black sheep of the family, I guarantee you they end up becoming successful, making dollars, opening up their own business, their own beauty salon, barbershop, became an actor or actress, you name it. You freaking name it, ladies and gentlemen. Whoever had went through this, put that in the comments below right now and say, I was the black sheep of the family, but look at me now. End up becoming successful. You don't know what people's stories is. Especially if they had inspired you, you may never know what people's backgrounds had became. For example, look at Eminem. Look how he was treated. But look at him now. And they become the most successful rappers of all times, in my opinion. But he was treated as the black sheep of his family. No dad in the household. Mama didn't treat him right. Y'all know his story. But look at him now. Eminem became successful. He was put in that family to break generational curses. Even though he had a rough childhood, but look at him. He made it through that. He survived through that. And some people, through their childhood, when they grow up around that type of treatment, some of them grow up and turn to drugs, alcohol, or just end up becoming cold-hearted. But you, spiritual warriors, you did not become cold-hearted. You had managed through that You have grew through it. You survived through all of that BS. And thank God that you did, because it's only made you stronger. And y'all know the saying, what don't kill you will make you stronger. It only made you stronger. And that's what you need. You need to be strong. If you ever been through this in your life or through your whole life, I guarantee you it made you strong. If you had a narcissist mom or a narcissist dad and they didn't treat you right, guess what? It made you more stronger. But it didn't build hate in your heart. It just made you stronger. And it made you realize, if I had children, I would never be like this to my own kids. Now, some of y'all out there probably had grew up, had kids on your own, or some of y'all probably still single or don't have no kids at all, but that's all right. Because guess what? You finna become successful if you got kids or not. And I guarantee you, your mom and your dad, whoever in your family had mistreated you, is going to be sitting back looking crazy and say, who I thought that this person in the family was going to end up becoming successful, was going to end up bringing the generational curses. They had never knew. Your own fake family members did not even knew, because they thought your brother or your sister or brothers or sisters was going to be the breadwinner of the family. But wrong. It was you. Because God chose you. He didn't choose them. He chose you. And this is why they're so jealous of you. Your own family members jealous and hating on you. The hate is real, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes it don't come from people or it don't come from your friends. Sometimes it can come from strangers that you don't even know. Sometimes it can come from the people that you went to school with. But 9 times out of 10, the jealousy and the hate can come from your own family members. And that is sad. But guess what? If you had a rough childhood, and you've been mistreated, or nobody in the household didn't want to give you love as a child and treated you different, like I said, favoritism. But guess what? You made it through that. You'll be surprised at how many people have been through this and end up becoming successful. You will be, man, let me tell you, you'll be shocked right now at how many people had to go through this, through their whole childhood and their teenage life. Some of y'all probably had ran away from home, grew up in foster care. Man, I don't know. But somebody out there is going to feel this video. It's going to touch their hearts. Because some of y'all probably out there had ran away from home, grew up in foster care. You probably didn't get along with your own family members. You probably didn't get along with your own mama or your own dad or your own brothers or sisters or your own cousins, whatever the case may be, because you were being treated differently. All because God had chose you out of everybody in the family. Your mom's side of the family, your dad's side of the family. God ended up picking you. And this is why they can't stand your guts to this day. Because God had put a certain type of chip, aka a talent, inside of you. But let's be honest here. God had put a certain type of talent inside of everybody. But not everybody don't want to use it. Because they're too lazy. They don't want to get off their behind and go out there and put into the work. They don't want to go out there and grind. So guess what? They waste their talent by working at a 9 to 5, being mediocre, going out there, partying, drinking, doing X, Y, and Z, having sex with multiple partners. But when God put a chip in you, when He choose you to break these generational curses in your family, that's when your own family members start hating on you. So you had to get out on your own and isolate yourself from your fake family members. But let me tell you something. The black sheep always end up becoming the greatest of all time, folks. Like I said, look at Eminem. And I think Mariah Carey had to go through this too, if I'm not mistaken. But once again, look at her. The greatest singers end up becoming the GOAT. And I bet everybody in her family is so jealous of her. Because when she was little, I bet they didn't know that she was going to grow up to be one of the most amazing influential singers that we have on today's planet. And Mariah Carey been doing this thing since the 90s. Now look at her. The GOAT. Eminem, the GOAT. And look at you. You finna become the GOAT. You might not be the GOAT now, but let me tell you something. You finna be the GOAT. I don't care what they said about you. I don't care how they treated you back then. Guess what? If they made it, you can make it too. As a matter of fact, you already made it. Because if you're watching this video right now of me talking about this, you have made it through that BS. The black sheep in the family will always get the last laugh. Y'all will always get the win. AKA the big W. Don't let nobody in your family tell you otherwise. Whether they are narcissists or energy vampire, your own family members is going to be looking so ashamed when they see your face on the big screen along with the other breadwinners. Now you watch what I tell you. But folks, before I close this video out, I just want to say this. If you ever been treated wrong by your family, leave that in the past, forgive them, but do not forget. And if you were treated like the black sheep of the family, just always remember, the black sheep will always end up becoming the GOAT, the greatest of all times. Remember that. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, share this video, turn your notifications on, and I'll catch y'all in the next video, man. Peace. I'm out of here.